We are here today to have a joint press statement between Stevedoring Services and ourselves. Alongside us on my immediate right is Mr. Warren Jones, the CEO of Polaris Hilton Company Limited. So I'll hand it over to him to make a few comments, and then after that, I'll make a few comments on behalf of the BIU.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Furbert, for hosting this press conference. According to the International Maritime Organization, over 90% of the world trade is hauled by ship. For Bermuda, that percentage is probably closer to 98%. These gentlemen here today and 35 others back at the job, the dock workers as we call them, are the lifeline of Bermuda. Prior to 6 months ago, I did not give the Hamilton docks a thought. I drove past them, never considered their importance to the sustainability of our island. Once I accepted the job as CEO, I then heard many stories, all negative, about the dock workers, that they were a hard crew, that they would stop work at the drop of a hat, and that they were unreliable and inconsistent. I certainly can't speak for anyone else's experience, but what I found was a group of individuals who are clearly expert at what they do, take pride in their work, and look out for one another to ensure that every person returns safely to their families at the end of each day. The staff that I have come to know understand that this country depends on them, even if the country doesn't know it. As a result, I am pleased to publicly acknowledge them today. They are among the unsung heroes of Bermuda. Excuse me. When we began these recent negotiations, I advised the union team that it is management's goal that stevedoring services become the model for what labor relations can be in Bermuda. This recent negotiation process was marked by frank exchanges, honesty, and transparency on both sides of the table. As a result, I think we came to an agreement that helps stevedoring services to weather this difficult economic period, but also ensures that the staff remains in a position to meet their personal financial commitments. While some aspects of the new agreement are confidential to the parties, I can share that staff will receive a 1.7% increase in wages for the 2013-14 fiscal year. This is in line with the Consumer Price Index for the fiscal year. Additionally, we have agreed to a wage freeze for the present 2014-15 fiscal year, and this will be reviewed at the conclusion of the fiscal year. This concession allows us to consider wages based on the realities of our financial situation at that time, as opposed to agreeing possible wage increases based on a projection that may bear little resemblance to any actual increase or decrease in cargo volume. Secondly, we on the management team expressed our desire to achieve one change in the regular operation of stevedoring services that would signal to our external customers that we are in the midst of positive change. I am pleased to announce to shipping agents, truckers, and importers that effective 1st of July, stevedoring services will be open through the lunch hour, providing over-the-road services. Presently, and for many years, our hours of operation have been 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., meaning that there was no service through the lunch hour. However, from the 1st of July, we will be providing OTR service throughout the day. It is our aim to provide safe, efficient, and timely delivery of goods to store shelves. We look forward to providing a seamless delivery service to the truckers who frequent the docks on importers' behalf. Before I pass over to Mr. Furbert, I must thank the members of the Port Workers Division of the BIU and the members of the management team for the manner in which these negotiations took place. While I was not party to previous meetings between management and the union, it is my understanding that those meetings were sometimes quite stormy. During this negotiation, the port workers have taken a risk and are trusting that I will honor the agreement we have reached. They have provided me with an opportunity to change their view of management. We have discussed management's expectations of staff, and the union, on their behalf, has discussed staff expectations of management. As a result, we have found that we have many of the same goals. I'm looking forward to moving forward in a new and positive relationship with the staff of Stevedoring Services Limited and honoring the trust they have placed in this management team. I now pass over to Mr. Furbert.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Well, certainly on behalf of the Port Workers Division of the BIU, let me echo some of the remarks made by Mr. Jones, the CEO of Polaris Hilton Company. We certainly agree that the recent set of negotiations mark frank exchanges, honesty, and transparency from both sides. I think at our annual general meeting in 2013, around June 2013, There was a new board elected by the shareholders, and as a result of that, the new board went to work immediately to begin working on the relationship between the Poor Workers Division and the company. And I think over the last 6 or 9 months, that relationship has improved. Mr. Jones, having come on board as the CEO in January 2014, has also continued to improve that relationship. The Poor Workers Division of the BIU has made some concessions in this current set of negotiations, in that you will find that, particularly since 1987, all overtime has been double time on the Hamilton Dock since 1987. That will now change for the next 9 months, from July 1st, 2014 to March 31st, 2015, which we will see double time being paid only from Friday to Sunday, and time and a half will be paid from Monday to Thursday. That's a concession that the union gave up in light of the management's challenges that they continue to have. And as a result of that, because of the relationship that is being built between the current board and Mr. Jones as the CEO, but there's members of the public and there's members of the media, if you may have forgotten that the relationship was rocky there for at least a 3 to 5 year period under the previous board and under the previous CEO. And I'm happy to say that I think today both parties would agree that the relationship is a lot better than what it was 9 months ago. I think both parties are continuing to work on building a much better relationship, and we look forward to working with Mr. Jones and his team to make sure that continues to happen.